Let's bring in former Council of Economic Advisors chair under Biden, Jared Bernstein, and AEI's James Pethokoukis, who is also a CNBC contributor. Jared, you think he's just breaking things?
Well, I think he's moving fast and breaking things, so I think I agree with my old friend Jim. I think the biggest problem with what Elon Musk is doing, besides the fact that he's an unelected person with way too much authority given to him by the president, is that he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't really understand this complicated beast, which is the federal government, an institution I've worked for a lot. Too complicated, no question. And, there is definitely things that could be improved and cut and efficiencies to be found. But if you read the executive order, I mean, first of all, it hardly even makes sense. This is the one Trump signed yesterday that they were talking about. It calls for eliminating waste, bloat, and insularity. I'm not quite sure what they mean by insularity, but you can't find a budget line that is labeled by any of those things. And what we've seen them doing is cut way too much meat along with supposedly, some fat. And yes, they're breaking way too much.
James, I find it interesting because those who are concerned, at kind of the point Jared's making, say this is too vague, it's overly broad. Those who want the changes to happen are concerned it's too vague and overly broad and that there's no real there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think at the end of the day, if what we're looking at is some employee cuts, which basically focus on sort of diversity officers and some, minor budget savings, I think all of this will not have been worth it. I mean, it is causing a lot of uncertainty. It's causing business uncertainty. It's causing uncertainty to all the federal employees. It will not have been worth it. But that doesn't, so we don't know if that's the outcome. But if the outcome is actually a government which is leaner, more efficient, then it will have been worth it. Look, I understand why this is unsettling, but we have a government that will need to, compete with China for the rest of this decade. We may have huge advances in AI coming down the pike. We have a national debt we have to deal with. And this government needs more state capacity, and it has to have more voter confidence to do big things. And if that's the result at the end of the day, we have a more efficient, capable government that people trust, then it will have been worth it.
Yeah, Jared, respond to that. Jared, let me put it this way. Would you agree with the larger goal of trimming the level of government spending or no?
Yes, I can. In our own budgets, we had hundreds of billions of dollars of spending cuts. So not only do I agree with the goal, but sort of the broad 30,000 feet up goals that Jimmy just took us through. I mean, who could object to a better, more efficient government? We all want that. You kind of have to ask yourself why no one's ever gotten there. Let me try to make this as simple as I can, because again, I think it gets way too complicated. We have a $29 trillion economy with 330 million people. They all want to drink clean water. They want to send their kids to good schools. They want to drive on safe roads. They want to fly on safe planes. They want to get the retirement and the health benefits they're owed. They'd like to work in safe workplaces. And, oh, yeah, they'd like the nation to be defended. I could keep going for a half hour. Trust me when I tell you that Musk and the Doge know nothing about those functions. All they know how to do is go in and cut a bunch of stuff. We saw that with the fiscal service, taking over the Treasury's database, which they've been blocked by the courts, I think, thankfully, because there's a lot of important and confidential information there. So the complications I just took you through are kind of the other end of the continuum of Jimmy's very warranted goals. And it's much harder to square those two than the Doge understands.